Hi and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. I'm Jessica, also known as Naturally Nitty, and this is episode 282.
And I'm Allena. Today is January, also known as Star Knits, by the way. Today is January 4th. So, this is our monthly podcast. If you're a first time watcher, welcome. If you're a returning watcher, thanks for coming back.
Yeah, so grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us.
Yes. So, Happy New Year. It is 2023.
It's hard to believe, but it is.
It is crazy. Um, yeah. So, do you have any mojo from Mojo?
No,
Knitting
nope,
and
nope,
crochet
nope.
wise? So I do. I finished my gnome for my year of
Okay.
gnomes, making it a full 12.
He's so cute.
Yeah, it's exciting. So I have them behind me, which I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah, there you go.
There they are.
All 12 of them plus this one makes 12. So this
Le-
one I used her gnome play, like gnome play or something, no work and gnome play. I forget which the pattern was, but I went in and you like crochet, you knit this and then you do an I cord and you put it around. But I went in and I crocheted little baubles
so cute.
before
Leah,
I started the body to make
oh,
it
before
look
you
like a
started the
Christmas.
body. Leah loved that one. She like saw it on your Instagram. She's like, "Look at this," and I'm like, "I know, I saw it. It's so cool."
Yeah. And then I used a different face than for the pattern that the pattern called for.
Oh,
Um, just because. So that's what I did, and I rounded it out. So I did 12 gnomes over the past year.
that's awesome.
It is. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll move this back.
I
I
love
also,
them, and I'm a little jealous, but I just I don't know. I like them. They're very cool.
yeah, it was just one project that I could do a month.
Hmm.
Um, and I figured that was like, because I was kind of, at the beginning of the year, I was kind of in like a slump, a crafting slump. So I was like, I'm going to do this once a month.
Hmm.
Um, and I think I found another one that I'm going to do on Instagram. Um, so I follow a bunch of people on Instagram, but this one I follow, I have to find it. Um, Let me see. Sorry.
What
I
will you be making?
So it's Lemony Yarn Creations. She's having an amigurumi book challenge,
Oh,
and I have a bunch of amigurumi books. So she said, um, "Do you collect amigurumi books?" Yes, yes, I do. Um, how many amigurumi have you made from these books? Which I've made a couple from them. So
hmm.
she said, gather all your amigurumi books and pick one book a month, and then pick a pattern out of each book, and then make that every month, and then share it with the hashtag Ami Book Challenge. And then if you follow that hashtag, you'll get a bunch of new ideas for books and stuff. So that's what I think I'm going to do for this year.
To make you have even more of a problem.
Well, so this
I'm
is
just
the
kidding.
hashtag.
Oh, that's cute.
So if you want to join me, that would be awesome. I think I'm going to
I
join
don't
in.
have any amigurumi books.
I actually just ordered one for my birthday because I got money from Dad and Mary.
That's cute.
Anyways, but we're talking about Whip Mojo. So
Sorry.
I also have another Mojo. I was has had been crocheting over Christmas this bag that I was gonna felt, and I felted it. I finished it and felt it, and then I'm gonna have a class. It's a crocheted felted market bag,
Love it.
and it's like really big. So I'm gonna see if I can hold it up. It's like
That's
really big. And then I crocheted it and felted it. It took 5. So I put it in the wash and it wasn't really felting, and then it kind of felted. Um, so I put it in the wash 3 times and it still wasn't felting as much as I wanted. So I threw it in the dryer and it felted. And I when I put it in the dryer, because I have dryer balls, I put it in one of those mesh laundry bags and did it
okay.
so it wouldn't get
Wonky.
yeah. So I put it in that and then it worked really good. And then it was kind of felted where I wanted it. Um, but I then threw it in another wash and dryer cycle and it was kind of felted, but like the straps were still like not felted as much as I wanted. So yesterday I threw it in one more time in both the wash and dryer, and then it's where I wanted it.
I say it
So
looks great.
yeah, so it's a nice like market bag. Like you could just take it and wear it over your shoulder, and then like throw all your stuff in it.
Yeah.
So I am gonna have a class about that at the knitting store, and I'm actually gonna write a knit one to
How
go with
deep
it.
is it?
Um,
Ish. A foot
so
or so?
yeah, let me see.
It's always so hard to tell
So
on,
it's about
pictures.
11 inches to the
Okay.
base, but the base kind of folds in itself too, because it's like
Right.
about 6 inches wide, and so
It's almost
but
like
yeah,
14.
yeah. So
That's cool.
it's pretty cool. Um, I used some Bartlett yarn. Let's see if that'll focus.
Maybe try back a little bit.
There we go. Yeah, it's not focusing, but it's from Harmony. ME is Maine. Um,
Yes.
it's 100% wool, grown and processed and spun in the USA.
Very cool.
Um, BartlettYarns.com is their website, and I used 3 of the colors and then just striped. So, and it turned
Love
out
it.
really fantastic. So yeah, and like this is crocheted, so you
Yeah.
can kind of see the stitch definition a little bit. So like that's one thing when you're felting crocheted, you still see the
Okay.
stitches, but it is seriously felted. So
Hmm.
yeah, but it turned out really nice, and I'm excited, and I just need to do the knit one now.
Those make super sturdy bags. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's all my mojo for right now. Do you have any works in progress?
I do. I am working on a semantics by Shayna Lines Designs. I'm almost at the end of a row, so I'm gonna. But so yesterday I'm sitting. Well, ever since I started the back, because it's two. You make two pants. It's kind of like a poncho sweater. I don't know
It's
what is it described
Ruana.
as?
It's called
A
a
what?
Ruana.
Oh, okay.
Ruana. So it's like 2 strips and then like one wide back.
So here's one front strip. It's a little curled in right now on the edge.
Okay.
And here's another one. And then I'm working on the back. So then you pick up along two of the short edges and you start knitting widthwise along the back. So the pattern goes different ways from the front and the back. Anyways, so I was like not even halfway done with the back, and my yarn supply is like starting to get crazy low, and I'm like, I am not going to finish this. So I just looked on my shelf of handspun, and I found, I don't even know what this is. It was caked up. I must have tried knitting something with it, but then didn't. I really don't remember what it is, but I pulled it out because this is all I have left now. Of I had 4 balls, but I'm holding them double. I originally was going to try just knitting it single, but it was too thin. Um, for the gauge. So I grabbed this ball, which somewhat goes. It's a little bit more just purpley than, I'll say, this had like creams and pinks and I don't know. but it's like
Yeah.
it's 3-ply and it's a tiny bit thicker. So I've been holding it alongside with um the original yarn, and I don't think you can tell um that it's that my camera quality is like crap. But
Plus, it's a dreary day today, so it's hard to tell.
it's not so bad. Um at first I was like, oh great, I'm gonna have to rip out the whole back, and because I'm bad on my part for not like caring about yardage or anything. I was just like, I'm gonna use this yarn. Um my original plan was like rip out a few, like an inch or two of each front and then redo, but I was like, I don't even think I'll have enough to do the back. Though in the pattern it says that sometimes they did less rows on the back than called for because it grows a lot. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
did you
mine,
follow the
I,
pattern exactly?
I tested it, so I followed the pattern.
Okay.
But with Shayna, when you test patterns, she wants you to make it your own. So she's, as long as you're testing it for like what it says, she's fine if you adjust it. But mine did, I blocked it. It was about the right measurements, but I blocked it, but it has grown since wearing it.
After while wearing it. So okay. More so on the back or the fronts? Just
All
curious.
over both.
Okay.
But
Um,
it I really like that one. Um,
yeah, I think it'll be cool because you basically just, oh sorry, don't mind my, wear it like that, right?
yeah, and then sometimes I'll pin it, and then I actually saw a lady
That's like a,
at, I think, Maryland Sheep and Wool. She had one, a Ruana on, and
or you
she,
can
I don't
like,
think it was a semantics, but she had it, and she had the front crisscrossed, and then she like
I
tucked
do
it in
love,
the back.
I
It
do
looks
love that.
really cool. So, and I like it because sometimes if I'm cold, like my arms are cold, I'll wrap them around my arms
Hmm.
and just sit there. So it's nice. I like it.
So yeah, so I'm using, I don't even know, I think this is like a DK weight maybe. It's hand spun and I'm holding it double. So it's not like too thick, but it'll be a very warm Rowana. Did you say
Ruana.
Ruana? Sorry,
Yeah.
I need to learn that thing. Anyways, now I just tangled up where my yarn is coming from. So that's basically all I'm working on. I think I showed the hat and mittens that I made for Leah last time. It was
Yeah.
on the notes last time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've just been not making much. Actually, I made a baby hat. Let me see if I have a picture. And I finished a test knit, but I think I talked about that last time too, and I can't show it. So
Yeah. That's
that
cool
doesn't.
though. Test knits are cool.
Yeah. Um. No, that is not what I. Oh, I just got it on my show notes. Let me look for the baby hat. Just someone at our church. It had a hat that was she got from the hospital, and she's like, "It's grown so big." She's like, "Do you have? Can you make one?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can do that really fast."
That's
Uh,
cool. Like the
mm,
baby grew big or the hat grew big?
no, the hat just grew big. Like, sometimes those ones you get for free. She's like, I want it to fit her better and like not. Oh, it's, lighting is not holding up. But anyways, that's what I mean. Just a
That's
one
cool.
by one rib that she can fold over, or as the baby gets bigger, she can just like wear it as like a beanie or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool. Um, I have quite a few things. So one thing that I actually need to make a Ravelry project page for and to put in the show notes, I still haven't done it, is I was teaching a couple months ago, probably in November, um, amigurumi cats, because I love making it. So I started this. It's going to be an octopus, and I just have to finish the
Tendrils or the
tentacles. So I have like one tentacle halfway done. And then it's just been kind of sitting there because of Christmas crafting. But I need to make a project page for it. So yeah. So I have that, which is not done at all. And then of course, I finally started because I'm done Christmas crafting. I picked up my Koza cocoon wrap, which is out of hand spun, my epic green mashup, which I only have um, half of it spun. I have to finish spinning it. Um, so yeah, but I am maybe
That
a,
looks so cozy.
a third of the way on with the body, because you like knit the body and then you fold it over and you seam up for the sleeves, and then you pick up for the collar and the cuffs if you want. I'm not debating if I want the cuffs or not, but anyways, it's turning out really good. And so this is like hand spun, and I like
I
um
love I love how you can see the hand spun, but the texture as well. It's
yeah,
awesome.
so I did all the greens. So it's a herringbone pattern. So all the greens, it's like totally turning out awesome. It's awesome. So I'm working on that, and that is living in um, my Star Knits extra large wide pocket. It's like the next size up from my extra large. So it's like huge and it holds everything, and there's still room. Anyways, so then I'm also knitting on so many things. So, funny story, not really funny, kind of traumatic if you think about it. Um, I have played in the House Cup for like 12, 13 years. And I totally forgot to sign up for it this last month in December. I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. I was like crazy weaving and I just forgot. And I didn't get the ear burn, which I normally get. Um, anyway, so I totally forgot, which I'm normally pretty good about this. And I didn't remember until like the 30th of December when it was sorting day. So like there was no chance of me getting it anyways. And so it's the first term ever that I have not played, which is like kind of dramatic. So I have like no points to knit for. But I looked at it and I said, well, that kind of sucks, but maybe I'll finish all my works in progress instead. So we'll see how that goes.
Sorry.
You know,
I'm
we'll
not
see how that
laughing
goes.
at you.
Mainly, I like participating in it because it really does help me do things.
Yeah.
And finish. You know, I mean, I do have a whip pile, but anyway. Um, so I am also working on this flax cardigan. Just kidding, it's not a cardigan, flax sweater. It's
Okay.
for
I'm
Bella.
like, yeah.
I got this yarn. It's Cascade Pacific. I got it on clearance. I got 7 balls for like $30 at the knitting
Nice.
store. She was having like a clearance sale because she had it's a it's a merino superwash merino acrylic blend, and
Hmm.
she already has other yarns of similar content. So she's like, I don't need 2 lines of the same thing. So
Right.
she was clearancing it out so she could bring in something else. But I picked out this purple because Bella's going to Whitewater, UW Whitewater, which their colors are white and purple. So I'm knitting her a purple sweater.
Perfect.
And that is living in my Judgy Birds Fat Squirrel um, bag. So let me see what's in here. Oh, this is the amigurumi. Sorry, wrong bag. So in my Star Knits triangle bag, so I'm just like, I was watching, I forget what I was watching, and they were showing what their projects were living in, and I really like that, so I'm totally copying it. I think it was the Knit Girls. But anyways, so in my Star Knits triangle bag, I pulled out this sock head hat that I started like, I don't know how long ago for Bella. Like she was supposed to knit it. I was supposed to not knit it. But I am knitting it. So I pulled it out and I was knitting on it yesterday when we went to the movies. So
Very cool.
and it was I pulled it out because it was like it's just knit, so I didn't have to like worry about
Easy.
anything. So yeah, but that is I'm using um ah, I'm using some yarn. I don't know where the tag is. Oh, here it is. That I got at a knitting store in Palmyra when it's actually called Hook and Shuttle, this knitting store, and it's a weaving and spinning and knitting store. It's more of a weaving and spinning store, but they do have some yarn. So this is the yarn. It's alder fingering from Round Mountain Fibers. The colorway is variable neon slug, and it's 20% nylon, 80% superwash merino. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I got this at a kind of local knitting store. It's about half an hour away. When I started my Let's Find knitting stores, actually, I was like, I wanted to go there because it was a weaving place. But I got this yarn Bella fell in love with this yarn and she bought it. So I was going to start this hat for her and she was going to knit it, but that hasn't happened. So I'm knitting it. And it's now my purse project. So I take it around and it's like something easy that I can just pull out and knit even at the movies. So I don't have to like look at it. So yeah, those are all my whips. So I forgot to say what this bag was. This is one of my whips bags, which is just a drawstring bag. Anyways, okay, I'm done. I'm done with my works in progress. I have a bunch that I need to I'm sorry, I'm gonna try and adjust my thing. There we go. I have a bunch that I want to try and finish this next 3 months because I fully intend on joining the House Cup again next term. I just forgot, but I'm still doing the Slytherin Sunshine Committee blanket squares because for those of you who play the House Cup, I'm sure you've heard me talk about this before. But in Slytherin, we have the Slytherin Sunshine Committee, and they're in charge of like the swaps and other stuff, mini swaps, and other morale things. But we have a blanket square collection where we give out a baby blanket to an expecting or someone who has a baby, because let's face it, I don't finish them in time. So like the first time you have a baby, we'll give you, or if you're just in Slytherin and you're having like maybe your second or third child, but you haven't had a blanket before from us, we'll send you one. But it's like squares. I collect them from all other Slytherins. So then it's like all the Slytherins are saying, welcome, baby. But then I also changed it to be a comfort blanket. Like I send out a comfort blanket if someone needs comfort, or a Slither hug, as I call it. And it's like a lap blanket. So I contacted our head of house and I was like, I totally forgot to sign up. Is it okay if I still do the blankets? And she was like, yes. So I was like, good. Cool. So I'm still doing that. So that's good. I'm just kind of like adrift, I feel.
That's so funny. I'm sorry.
I know. Which you haven't played it for a couple of terms.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, I remember the first time I forgot to sign up and I felt very stupid. But whatever.
But yeah. Anyways, so yeah. You spin me right round. Do you have any spinning?
No, exactly.
Don't really have any spinning that I'm like actively spinning, but I do need to finish the other half of the mashup, the green mashup, so that I can finish knitting the thing, the koza. So, any weaving?
No.
Okay.
I feel like I'm so lame. Like I have not been doing anything except for knitting. So I
Which
apologize.
is why I want to be a part of House Cup, because you get imaginary points.
That's true. I just
Okay, I have weaving. So when we last talked, I was weaving 12 scarves, and it ended up I only needed 9 by the time I needed it. So by the last time we talked, I think I showed you 6,
okay.
and I finished all 9 in time. I have 3 more that I have to weave, but I can do them this month. So and I gave them out and they loved them, which is really good. So
That's the
then
best part.
I what?
That's the best part.
Yeah. So then I wove this one, which the yarn was called Sunset, and it turned out really fantastic. And it
That's
was like a gradient yarn, and then the weft, that's the weft. The warp was just a plain light purple, like as you can see on the like fringes.
hmm
So that one turned out really fantastical. And then and then this one. So then I brought it to show. I started this one after that plain weave one, or maybe I started this one first. And it was going to be good, but it was like so tight right here. I don't know if you
Okay.
can see that. I'm sorry. And it was just like not good. There's like skipped stuff. It was just not working out. So I cut it off, and I have like this much left. I think I'm going to zigzag stitch the edges and then wash it and then sew like a little clutch
Like
bag out of it. Because
is
it's
it
still like
zippered pouch or
really
something?
pretty.
Yeah.
And it's like sparkly yarn. So that wasn't working. So I just cut it off after like that's probably like a foot. And I couldn't use that weft anymore. So I pulled it off, and then I quick thought with my head, my brain. Let me see if I can find the picture. And I was like, I'm just gonna use all the ends. And so I made a plaid scarf with like all the ends of the scarves that I made.
Love it.
Well, some of them, not all of them, because I had some like that didn't go. But it turned out like fantastic. Like it turned out fantastic. And then I just wove, it just was a plain weave, if you can see that.
hmm
So I did that. And then that last one I did was a mistake twill. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah. It's pretty.
And then um the last one I did, because at this time it's like the day before, and I like have to finish by that night and wash them. Um, so then I just did this one, which it was like a light gray and this um, blue shades of blue yarn. So I did like the same amount on the ends, and then like gradiently like went in, like you can see the stripes there.
Yeah.
And then if you look at this one, you can see like the top half is blue, and the bottom half is white. So then I did the same um, kind of, because it's not actually the exact same, but the same type of weaving. So I like wove a big portion, and then I did like a smaller portion, and then a bigger, another blue portion, and then a smaller. I kind of like gradient it into each other, so it was like
Like a fade type ish.
yeah, so it like faded from side to side and top to bottom, if that makes sense,
Yeah, that's very cool.
with just 2 colors. So and that was just a plain weave too. Let's see if I have a close up of that. Yeah. So if you look, that's just a plain weave too. But it's funny how different it looks with the gray. It looks white
Right.
on the screen, but the gray and the blue with the same weft and warp. It's just
Yeah.
funny how it looks.
Yeah. The different colors and the
Like you can
different
see it really appear. It's just really
changed a
cool.
lot.
Yeah, so it was just like fun playing with the loom. And I have 3 more scarves that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do I think a couple of hounds too. So those ones were like put to the back because I was like, I have one day. I don't have time to switch colors every four
Right.
four throws. So I went for the let's just do plain weave, and then I finished them all in time, and it worked out fantastically. So yeah. And then I have a picture of all 9 of them together.
That's awesome.
So it turned out really good. Anyways, that's all the weaving I have. Okay. Binging. Have you been binging anything?
Yes. So over Christmas break, we like binged all the things. First we watched Wednesday because we
Yeah.
had like not seen that because, um, sorry, with school and like, or basically, I think it's like Chloe and her basketball schedule. Like we just haven't had time to watch things together, and she really wanted to watch it, so we didn't allow ourselves to watch it without her. So we had to wait till Christmas break. So that was a great show. We really enjoyed it. Um,
Which I
and
totally watched it too, but I would love to make one of those snoods that Enid made. Oh
yes,
my God.
I was like a little obsessed with it, and I like was looking it up, and there's a pattern for it on Ravelry
I'm sure.
already, and Leah's like, just give it up with the snoot already, and I'm like, shut up, it's so cool.
It is. It's so
um,
funny.
it was just kind of funny. But no, it was good. And then, all the Christmas movies and stuff that we were watching. Um, and then when you were here, we started a Harry Potter marathon. I forget what that was after Christmas, right? The day
Yeah, it
after.
was like the day after.
I don't know. Anyway, so we watched that and finished it. And I don't know. We've been going through what else did we watch? I didn't write it all down. Um, oh, and then I started on the Fantastic Beasts, and like the kids are like, "Come on!" I'm like, "You guys are horrible." Like they're so like over Harry Potter. They don't love it as much as I do, obviously, but that's okay. And then during all that, I was doing for Christmas. I got some Harry Potter puzzles from Gabe, so we've been puzzling
Yeah,
too.
that's
So
really
that's
fun.
fun. Yeah, but just kind of hanging out. But now school started again, so it's back to like having no time to do anything. So
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
haven't really been watching or reading much, which is kind of shocking. Um, but I did binge through Willow, the TV show on Disney
Oh,
Plus,
we
the
watched
new
that
one.
too.
So if you're
Yes.
like an 80s fan and you love the world, yeah, it's really good. Um, except for that one girl, I really don't like her.
Which one? The
Um,
daughter of
it's
the
the
princess?
princess. Yeah, the princess.
Yeah.
I'm just like so annoyed with her and so over her. Um,
Yeah.
but anyways, yeah. Anyway, there was something else that I was watching too that I had waited for.
I don't
I don't
remember.
remember. But
I
anyway,
know
so that was good.
I know I just can't think. But yeah, we
Yeah.
took some time. We watched that too one day. I forget
I
what
didn't write it
else.
down. I didn't write anything down, so I obviously don't know what I was doing. But I fully need to get back into reading and stuff. So I've
Did
been like
did you set a new goal this year
I
for
did. I
reading?
set it for so I remember I had set it for 300. I
Yeah.
switched it to 275 because there was no way I was going to get to 300 and I did 276 for the year. So
Not
that's good.
bad. Yeah.
Um, so we're basically on random randomness now. So randomly, so I have been playing Pokemon Scarlet
Okay.
all the time, which is why I'm not binging anything because I've totally beat the game and now I'm playing the after game. I don't know if you ever played Pokemon games. There's like the game to beat it, and then you see the credits, and then there's like after the game. So to
No.
catch all the Pokemon is one of the objectives, but then there's like way more. So that's what I've been doing. So
No.
yeah, but like we had Christmas, and um, I part of my Christmas crafting. I have a friend who has a sublimation. She has a mug press, like those Cricut mug presses. And so she has a sublimation printer, so it prints with sublimation ink. So she found out I have a heat press, which if you look over, like if you're seeing me fully over there, is a big heat press that I use it for sewing, like when I'm ironing. Um, so I asked her to print some stuff for me for t-shirts because I wasn't going to be able to make pajama pants because flannel was just like outrageously expensive. So I made something on Canva and then she printed it out for me. So I just got t-shirts and I made 6 t-shirts for all of us. 1 t-shirt for all of us in the
That's
family.
cool.
So and I totally forgot to get a picture of all of us wearing it. How dumb is that? But I did sew Aspen
Those are cute.
some pajamas. I took a picture of him wearing them. Let me see. Oh, and look, Trubin's in the background. He's so cute. So Aspen was wearing his. They're a little big. But so that I did sew that. I also sewed for Christmas because Shane, Maddie's boyfriend, we ordered him a keyboard.
Which I didn't get to see it in person.
The keyboard?
No, the thing you're the thing you're going to talk about.
Oh, I'm going to show it. So I ordered it and it said it was going to be here, and then after, I hate when Amazon does this. You order it, it says, oh, by the way, it's not coming till January 28th. I'm like, seriously? I ordered it in the beginning of December. And actually I just got an email that they shipped it and it should be here tomorrow. Anyways, still not in time for Christmas, still over a month late. Like I think they didn't even ship it until like last week.
They just want their sales, so they lie.
So I have some Dungeon and Dragon fabric that I plan on cutting and making bags out of. And Maddie's boyfriend is a dungeon master. They play Dungeon and Dragons, and he's like in charge. So she was saying he needed on his wish list was a little bag, right? And I was like, I could make a bag. So I was gonna make it, and then I asked Maddie like what size she wanted, and she's like, well, he has like a book he needs to take, and it needs to be like 9x13, 9x12. So I adjusted my new grab and go clutch, and I made it with cotton because normally I make that with canvas. And so I made it. So I don't know if you can see like the dice in there. Let's see.
Oh, they're way a little bit. There you go.
It's like, there we go. So I made it, and then I added a handle because normally they don't have handles on them.
That's cool.
So yeah, and it's bigger. I guess he really liked it, Maddie said.
That's awesome.
That's good. So that's like the sewing I did. I
sewed
everyone pajama pants, but I went to get flannel and I didn't go like the day after Thanksgiving because it was so expensive. Okay.
I don't know. So this is like so washed out on here, but it's not on my phone.
Yeah.
So I made pajama pants. Like on my phone, it doesn't look as washed out. I don't know what's up with like the
lighting, maybe.
I don't know. Whatever. So the girls you can't really tell. The girl I posted on Instagram. So if you follow me, there you go. And which boys have like
on Instagram.
Thanks. Have matching ones. Normally, like lately, I've been doing like everyone has the same. But I went. It was the day. Was that Black Friday? The day after Thanksgiving. No, I think I went on some Cyber Monday. Whatever. They had sales, doorbuster sales, so I got flannel when it was cheap. But they didn't have enough fabric. Don't knock my coffee over, Cat. For me to have, for all of us to have the same.
Right.
So I was a little irritated with that because you basically need like 3 yards for each kid because they're all tall Amazon children.
Yeah. Well, one thing that really pissed me off. So I went and the stuff was on sale, but it was 50% off. But it was like normally $10 a yard. So that's
Yeah, it's expensive.
$5. And
No,
I
I
was
know.
like, that's not no.
No, I got it for cheaper than that, but still, it was pricey. But I'm like, if you go, even like Walmart, like it was cheaper than buying a pair of pajama pants. In my like when I did the math, so it's like that's not so bad. Um, but I'll definitely
Well, for I was like, I
keep an
was
eye
going
out.
to make sure it was, what did I do? I went to make sure it was a like I was like, if it's $2 a yard, I'll buy it. Because usually like when you get it on sale, it's like $1.99 a yard.
Yeah,
It was not. I was so
I think
pissed.
mine was a little more than that. Actually, I think because I went to the store, I was trying to do it on the app, which I haven't really done much, like where
Their
they ship
app is
it to
kind
your
of
house.
sucky.
Well, and I was trying to find, um, or maybe where you could pick it up or whatever, but the certain store didn't have enough fabric. So I was like, well, I'll just go and see what they have, um, and do it that way. Well, I ended up paying more than I would have if I would have had it shipped to me. So I was like irritated at myself. It wasn't a ton more, but still, you try and get the best deal. Um, Whatever. I'll just try and be better about it next year. Or wonder if I should go now and just buy it.
Like
Like
when
see
it's
if
on
it's on
sale,
sale
like
and buy it
75%
now.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Because I
know. I
know
just was
I
like,
basically need 3 yards for each kid
I was
for each
super
person.
mad. I was like, I'm not paying that much. And then they had the t-shirts on sale. So I was like, I talked to my friend Treva and I was like, can you print those out for me? And she was like, yeah. And
That's
so I just
cool.
did t-shirts. But like
I like
Andy
that
never
too.
wants pants anyways. So, but
He
like I said,
because he doesn't wear them. So like last year, I didn't do it this year, but last year I just wrapped his like from years past pajama pants so he could open them up at the same time. I'm
like,
like, do you want me to wrap your old pajama pants? He's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, all right. I make myself them though because I wear them all the time.
yeah.
I like them.
And I probably need to make some because Maddie's were ripped this year.
Oh,
So she ripped out the bottom, the back.
yeah.
So, anyways. Oh, so other talking about Christmas. So Maddie for Christmas got me this book.
I need to try brioche. I have not.
I have so many patterns in here that I want, but I originally had put it on my list for this pattern. Let me find it. For this top, it's called Mist because I saw it at SSK in the try it on room. It was like green with like a cream.
Other way. That's pretty.
So it's hard to see in here. I'm gonna see if I can find the picture on my phone to show you because it was like so pretty and like a bunch of people tried it on and it all fit them and they were like different sizes. It was like great. Um
I like when patterns can do that.
but I just really liked it and so then I got it, but then I was looking through and I have like 4 or 5 other patterns that I want to make from here. So I was really excited about that. I also got like some seam rippers that I've been wanting, which is so lame, but I got them. And then I also got in the mail my the new ply, the winter ply.
Cat.
It's neck and shoulders. I don't know if you get ply.
No, mine ran out, I think.
Um, so I really like it.
That's pretty.
Um, sorry, I'm still looking for that picture. If you have anything to talk about,
I don't think so. Like, Christmas break was wonderful, and I think I enjoyed the most just like hanging out and doing nothing. It's been so nice. Oh, that's
so
cool.
she's wearing it, and I'm photobombing
Photobombing.
behind her.
No, that's
But
cool.
yeah. So that's why I got it. So I actually have 2 things. So I got into YarnCon. So I got into YarnCon like how many years ago, and then the pandemic happened, and they haven't had it for how many years? 3. And they're finally having it this year, April 1st and 2nd in Chicago. And it's like an hour away. Like It's so close. It's funny.
That's nice.
Um, so I'm excited and I got in and I'm actually vending at it and I'm super nervous because I've never vended there before. Um, but I'm excited. Also, I have a Wafa online sale at the end of the month on the 29th. I'm on Sunday at like 1 Eastern time. So whatever the time changes for you guys, that's what it is. But so I have a Wafa sale. So I need to be like sewing, but all I can do is play Pokemon. Though like podcasting has been helpful because I like straightened up my room up here from my Christmas sewing. Um, so
That's
I'm
funny.
halfway there. But yeah, crazy pants. That's me. But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's our new year. I have all the crafting. I'm going to post on Instagram about the amigurumi challenge because I'm totally doing that. And then
That sounds
um,
fun.
if you guys are joining it, tag me and let me know on Instagram at Starknits. That's me. So you can find all of our show notes on our show notes blog. It's
Website.
the Weasley Sisters podcast blog the Weasley Sisters podcast.wordpress.com.
There you
And
go.
yeah, of course, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month.
Happy New Year.
Bye.